you. Today we gathered here to discuss on the given topic, importance of personal hygiene and limitations. Before starting discussion on this topic, I would like to thank you all for giving me the chance to share my opinion and thoughts on this very topic. As you can see, the title of this topic, it is very crucial to all of you as it has a very importance in our life. So personal hygiene and education. Today we will discuss the definition and the importance of personal hygiene and education in our life and of every age, what is its role at every stage. First of all, we will try to understand the meaning of hygiene and its origin. As you know, hygiene comes from a name of Greek goddess of health, hygiene. It is a set of practices performed for the preservation of health. If we talk about the definition of hygiene, it refers to the condition and practices that help to maintain health and prevent the spread of diseases. Medical hygiene may include a specific set of practices associated with this preservation of health. We can prevent many diseases if we use to live in a hygienic and healthy environment. If we talk about the role of personal hygiene and nutrition in our life, we can take a issue during the COVID time. That very time we understand the importance of personal hygiene. At that time there were no any treatment or preventions to the daily disease. That time we have only one option to maintain personal hygiene and keep ourselves distant from the social areas. That time we also conceive how personal hygiene and certain rules that we can follow and prevent us from the infections. If we talk about the importance of hygiene, we can say that a lot of benefits are available if we follow some certain rules. Like if we wash our hands before eating and serving any other food articles, and if we maintain proper cleanliness for our body and our neighborhood also. There are lots of things explaining the importance of hygiene. Some of them are where there is cleanliness, there is God. And the very familiar thing is health is wealth. It means if you are healthy, then you can achieve anything, whatever you want. If you are not healthy, then you may face very difficulty toward your goal or whatever you want to achieve in your future. God decides where there is cleanliness. It is usually seen. And I think, and you all know very well, if where there is cleanliness, absolutely God is beside that. One who maintains cleanliness keep This term also be considered because without being healthy, we can't do our best in any aspect of life. So we should focus on our health as well as our family. As you know, our father nation Mahatma Gandhi also said sanitation is more important than independence. He made cleanliness and sanitation an integral part of the Gandhian way of living. It was very crucial part of his life. After independence, he realized if we do not live in a certain environment, in a certain clean and healthy society, we can't achieve a sustainable goal or a sustainable development in future. That's why he insists in cleanliness and sanitation. His dream was total sanitation for all. Cleanliness is most important for physical well-being and a healthy environment. It is important and essential for everyone to learn about cleanliness, hygiene, sanitation, and the various diseases that are caused due to poor hygienic conditions. It means we all are the part of the society where we live. So it's our duty and responsibility to clean our neighbor, to clean our area where we work, where we study, and in this way we can create an environment or atmosphere that is healthy and beneficial for every person who work with you, who stay with you, and share their life with you. If we inculcate certain habits like washing hands before meals, regular brushing of teeth, and bathing from a young age, we are not bothered about cleanliness of public places. So it is said that these habits were developed in the early days of our life, so that we can contribute our better to the development of nation as well as our society. Mahatma Gandhi said, "I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet." And I think it is relevant in the modern time too. No one will allow to do someone like this. If you are taught to do clean your society, to clean your outside of the area of your house, then you should also encourage the people besides you, along with you, to promote cleanliness and also a healthy environment. Gandhi dwelt on cleanliness and good habits and pointed out its close relationship to good health. No one should spit on clean his nose on the street. In some countries like UK, Singapore, Nepal, spitting on the public places is a criminal offense. I think it should be also implemented in our country, because if we follow some certain rules or regulations on behalf of government, then it is a strict provision to follow from every citizen, and this is where we can achieve nationwide healthy environment. Gandhi usually says everyone you make, if you create dirty or such a produces that are useless alongside or to you, then you are responsible to clean these all things. In this way, it says everyone should be as scavengers. To giving the importance of Gandhi's views on cleanliness, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a nationwide cleanliness campaign on the 2nd October, that is the birth anniversary of the Father of Nation on 2014. The concept of Swachh Bharat is to provide sanitation facility to every family, including toilets, village cleanliness, and safe and adequate drinking water supply. In this motive, the Chief Minister of Bihar has also initiated a program as you it is initiated to provide adequate or safe and pure water for everyone. It can be considered this is a part of Swachh Bharat mission that is initiated by our state government. Prime Minister says that the Swachh Bharat mission is beyond politics. So, one should not, or every should not try for any political vendetta inspired by patriotism and not politics. He also asked people to please ना मैं गंदगी करूँगा, ना मैं गंदगी करने दूँगा. It means Prime Minister insisted for any particular work, then it we and we should also follow them and should also promote this line. So it is placed ना मैं गंदगी करूँगा, ना मैं गंदगी करने दूँगा. It should also be taken as a play for every citizen. He further flagged of Wagathon as part of Swachh Bharat mission. This is not just a slogan but our responsibility. In this way, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also flagged of Wagathon that is insisted on the Swachh Bharat mission, and it is not just a slogan. It means he requested for everyone to work on this request and give their best to make society, make their outside area clean and healthy. To spread the importance of cleanliness, government conducted Swachh Sarvekshan under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs since 2016. You can understand how it important in the field of government because government decided to give a record of every town and city to make a data on the cleanliness and sanitation and adequate basic necessities that are provided by every local authority or municipalities. It is world's largest urban sanitation and cleanliness survey. Means Swachh Bharat Sarvekshan is the world's largest urban sanitation and cleanliness survey. As our country's largest population, every program or scheme on the worldwide is considered the largest and the biggest one. The primary goal of Swachh Sarvekshan is to encourage large-scale citizen participation and create awareness among all In this way, survection is to encourage large scale citizen participation. That means the motive of this survection or initiative is to encourage people, encourage local authorities, encourage municipalities to participate in this program and make their towns and cities clean and provide adequate amenities and utilities to all its residents. Awareness among all sections of society toward making towns and cities better place to reside. There is another motive of this survection to spread the awareness of cleanliness and sanitation. Government has started giving award to those cities and towns that shows prominence in keeping their area clean and happy under the survection results. To encourage the local authority or a city or a town authority, government initiated to provide rank when they are encouragement how they perform in a one or a financial year. In this category, the survection result in the city, that is a city in Madhya Pradesh, achieved top rank for last 5 consecutive years. You can easily compare this city to another one near about your global cities. Then you can easily understand whatever facilities are provided is that very city is how they are different to those cities. They all achieve first rank this year in 2020 Swachh Survekshan under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It was one of the first time for the I think 5 consecutive to achieve the first rank, and in this category our capital city Patna achieved very low ranks. So we our government should focus on this rank and should also provide better amenities, utilities, and whatever that are provided in law, go for it and learn to it, how they are able to us, and what kind of walls, what kind of facilities are provided there is different to us, and why can we not achieve the same rank, and why can we do better in this regard. And the most motivated city in this rank is we can say that there are three types of hygiene: personal hygiene, domestic hygiene, and public hygiene. If we talk about the importance of personal hygiene, as I have already told you about the importance of personal hygiene during COVID time. On that time, there were no any remedies or no any treatment that could protect us from daily infections. That time only one option we have, that was personal hygiene. How can we protect ourselves from this infection? If we talk about the importance and the meaning of personal hygiene, we can say that our regular meaning of personal care is considered as personal hygiene, like washing and combing of hair, face, and the skin, teeth, ears, hands, neck, and feet. Every day we should clean hair, face, chest, hair, nails, hands, and feet. We should brush our teeth at least 2 times in a day. As we told our juniors, children, in our family to do such a practice to keep yourself healthy. And if we told someone to do such practices, why we don't accept for ourselves? If we are healthy, then we can make healthy environment, we can make healthy planet, or everyone, if everyone who live with us can feel very complete that we are healthy. We should drink at least 5 to 6 liters of pure or mineral water in a day, so that our digestion will work properly. As you it says that food brain inside only a healthy body. If we can't maintain our body healthy, then how healthy mind inside our body. In that way, the reason we can't do proper work or can't do productive work. So we should work on it and take a proper routine to follow it, so that our digestion will work properly. We should never avoid any abnormalities in our body. If we feel any abnormality in our body, then go to our doctor and check it out whatever is going on in your body, because there are little symptoms whenever we feel abnormal activities in our body. It is occurred, then we should not avoid that on that very point. We should consider it seriously and go for a medical checkup. Good personal hygiene is one of the best ways to protect yourself from getting gastro infections such as COVID-19, cold and flu. Washing your hands with soap, remove germs that can make you ill. Maintaining good personal hygiene will also prevent you from spreading this disease to other people. In this way, if we consider some guidelines on certain health related institutions or health related organizations that are already given very guidelines or instructions how we work we follow some certain guidelines or some instructions, then we can prevent some losses that are related to our body, like reducing skin infections, foster healthy personal relationship, prevent illness and other health issues. Promotes better self-esteem. These are the all good personal hygiene. These are the importance of good personal hygiene. During fooding time, we all understand the importance of personal hygiene when there is no treatment available. During this pandemic, our healthy habits keep us alive and prevent us from these deadly infections. At very time, we are also suggested how we react outside the house, outside the working place. Time to time, we are instructed which type of guidelines, which type of instructions or rules we should follow during that time. But today we have great issues for last week. For next, if we face any such a pandemic in future, then we should always prepare ourselves. How can we protect ourselves to be infected, and how can we protect ourselves be infected, and also how can we protect our families and other persons that are related or residing with you, because they are also your responsibility. If you consider them, then they can make a good healthy society. What is domestic hygiene? If we talk about the second type of hygiene, then we can say domestic hygiene means cleanliness in your home or a house. It means some little collective effort, whatever you do in your house, or some force that you have done when you in a good manner, in a good habit inside your home. Domestic hygiene practices is one of the most effective means of reducing the global burden of bacterial and diseases in children. Domestic hygiene practice, if you do some practices, that means it can reduce the global burden of bacterial diseases in children, and children are the basic responsibility of every young personality that are very intellectual to them, and in comparison with them, they are strong, and they are more aware, they are more intellectual, so that this way they can provide the children or the patients adequate society or adequate environment in which they are not infected with easily any other disease. What is, if we talk about the other type of public hygiene? If we talk about the type of hygiene, public hygiene, we can say the science and practice of protecting and improving the health of the community. It means we have to do for our society, not for ourselves and not for our because you are engaged to work that is related to your community level, not family or household. Public hygiene is usually important as personal hygiene. Maintaining public hygiene, we can prevent communicable diseases to spread. If we maintain public hygiene, we can easily prevent communicable diseases to spread and to stop these diseases as soon as possible. Public hygiene also creates an atmosphere of healthy living and decent environment. It means if you are engaged in promotion and working inside or outside of public hygiene work, then you should try to create an atmosphere of healthy living and decent environment. It means every facility must be provided within the time, after the use of the time. So, if you are engaged in such a work, then you should be serious and also try to provide every activity or every activity, whatever you can do for society and whatever you can do for any type or to prevent such type of diseases. If we compare this type of vaccines, we can easily find that these organs are interdependent and interrelated, because we can't imagine one type of hygiene without another. If we talk about personal hygiene, if we talk about communal or public hygiene, then these all type of hygiene are interrelated and interdependent. So, if we work on a particular type of hygiene to promote a particular type of hygiene, we cannot avoid the another one. So, we always try to do work on such a guideline or such a practices that were available in every type of hygiene, because these all are interrelated. It means if one is affected, then another one and the other one, third one or the second one is already affected. In these conditions, no one can easily stop the spreading of diseases if up to level of community level. So before starting any initiative or providing any other facilities that are up to public level or the community level related to hygiene, you should try to provide all type of facilities or services on every level of hygiene. We cannot achieve one type of hygiene without the other one. If we go for public hygiene, we must go for personal hygiene as well as communal public hygiene. We should always consider this all hygiene because we can't imagine a society without this all three without this all three type of hygiene. We cannot create a society on the basis of a single type of hygiene, because they all are interdependent and interrelated. So we always consider this all in an equal manner. Still, we are discussing on the importance of personal hygiene we are not to a balanced diet. We are always trying to provide a balanced diet to our children as well as whoever are related to us, because a balanced diet can develop someone's body in such a way that he or she must prevent any infections or develop the intellectual or physical development. And the balanced diet consists of carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, minerals, fats, water, and fibers. In this component, these all components make a balanced diet. Without this all component, we can't imagine or we can't consider any type of diet is a balanced diet. We talk about a balanced diet, it must be comprised of carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, water, fibers, as well as fats. In the absence of vitamins, we face many diseases. So we always try to take vitamins that are the part of our diet plan. If we don't take sufficient vitamins, we can suffer from diseases very easily. And in the same way, we do not take sufficient aspect of vitamins in our diet routine, then we suffer from different type of diseases. Like if we do not take sufficient vitamin B, we can face night blindness. In the same way, if we do not take vitamin B, we can face a disease that is called bladder. And if we do not have sufficient quantity of vitamin C in our diet plan or diet, then we can face a type of disease that is called scurvy. In the same way, if we do not take sufficient amount of vitamin D in this condition, we can face disease called leakage. And in the same way, if there is a lackness of vitamin K in our diet, that time we can face lack of clotting of blood. So we should consider all this type of vitamins so that our diet should be more beneficial and more healthy. In the same way, if we do not have iron participation in our diet plan, we have to face a disease called anemia. And in the same way, if we do not use or take sufficient amount of iron in these conditions, anyone can suffer from type of disease called. So we can take these vitamins from different sources, and these sources are easily available near to you. So you can take this all vitamins whenever in whatever quantity you want. Like for vitamin A, we can take dark green leafy vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, and carrot. We also take fish, egg, and dairy protein. So if you see these all sources, these are easily available to you, and you can create these all sources near your garden, near your area where you used to live. For vitamin D, we include B vitamins, then visual beans, fresh fruits, whole grain cereals. These all are the better source of vitamin B2. And if we talk about vitamin C, that are easily available in citrus fruits like orange, lemon, etc. So we and it is a community building vitamin as you know, and the importance of that is very visible or practical during the COVID time. That time we focused or insisted to use vitamin C. Doctors are also advised to use vitamin C sources. Whatever you can use, whatever you can take, that can provide you vitamin C. That time doctors easily advise you to go for vitamin C that are very common in citrus fruits like orange or lemon. In the same way, if we talk about the other part of our diet, if we talk about iron that are easily available in meat, mileage, livers, and beans, these all are very easily available source near side you and us. If we talk about calcium, that is very important or crucial for the development of bones in our bodies. We can depend on the sources that provide us calcium, like milk, cheese, and other dairy products. These are the benefits that were discussed on you about the vitamins or sources, whatever is near to us. If we talk on the importance of nutrition, then we can say that nutritionists use ideas from molecular biology and biochemistry and genetics to understand how nutrients affect the human body, because they are very familiar to these changes that will occur in our bodies, and they are always try to do their unique opinion and suggestions if we are going to face any strange or very difficult development of any type of diseases. The science that studies the physiological process of nutrition is called nutritional science. It means if we talk about nutritional science, it can be considered as the science that studies the physiological process of nutrition, and it can be considered the science of nutritional development. In the other word, we can say that the process by which the body takes in and use food is considered as nutrition. Nutrition is one of the most important factors in keeping a healthy, long-living body. We cannot live without balanced nutrition. As you know, midday meal scheme was launched by the Indian government to provide adequate nutrition to the children that are deprived from the basic amenities living in the suburban area or rural areas. This scheme is focused on those facilities that are very requireable for that children that those have no any of Nutrition, and these programs were launched as nationwide in 1995, and it is considered as the Asia's largest program in the diet, in the view of providing nutrition. If we talk about the balanced diet, it most comprises of carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, fibers, water, fats, proteins. These all components make a balanced diet, and without leaving anyone, we should always receive or make this balanced diet our parts. If we talk about health benefit of carbohydrates, we can consider or tell on this. Every energy of the body is given from the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate help to sleep better. It also energy giving component of the diet. It also uplift mood, provide fiber to the body, and it also prevent blood clot, improve the digestive systems. It also useful to control weight, helps to keep memory sharp, and it also best nutrient for athlete. Whenever athlete is considered in weak conditions, that time they are given carbohydrate in a adequate portions. If we talk about deficiency diseases and its sources, that time we can say that if you do not take proper portions or proper portion of vitamin A, you can face deficiency of very, and in the same way, if you do not take adequate vitamin K, then that time you will face lack of clotting of blood. And in the same way, if we talk about the benefit of different vitamins, we can see that if you take vitamin A in your diet, that time you have a beneficial in that time it is beneficial in treating eye disorder as well as skin infections too. If you take vitamin 9 in your diet plan, that time it reduces risk of neural tube deficiency during pregnancy. If you take B12 during your diet, it can provide relief from symptoms of anemia, kidney and liver disorder. If you take some portion of vitamin C in your diet, that time it helps treat scurvy, cancer and common cold. In the same way, if you take some portion of vitamin D, it helps you, it acts in treating arthritis, tooth disorder, diabetes and rickets also. If we talk about vitamin E, it also improves blood circulation and go down aging process. If we talk about vitamin K and you take it in your diet plan, then it reduces risk of menstrual pain, internal bleeding also. In the same way, if we focus on our functions and the food sources of different ingredients, we can say that vitamin A can work as a strengthening our immunity, which helps us fight off infections, improve provisions in the life, keep the skin and the linings of some parts of the body, such as the nose and healthy body. If we talk about vitamin A sources, then we can consider dark green leafy vegetables as a good source of vitamin A because it is considered that dark green leafy vegetables are good source of vitamin A. In this way, many more examples are also available, like espinal, broccoli, and carrot, but also pumpkin, liver, peas, chili, and dairy products such as yogurt, eggs, fortified margarines. These all are the good sources of vitamin A. We cannot imagine a balanced diet without we cannot imagine our balanced diet giving anyone vitamin. So we always consider this all the ingredients in our diet whenever we go for it. In the same way, vitamin D can also to have the body absorb calcium, keep bones and teeth healthy. It can be taken from sunlight, fish liver oils, milk, fortified margarine, eggs, and liver. In this, if we talk on the importance of or function of vitamin D, we can say it has maintenance cell structures by protecting cell membranes. As we know, the structures of the cell is covered by the cell membrane, and the cell membrane is maintained and protected through the vitamin D. And the sources, if we talk about the sources or good sources of vitamin D, we can consider soya, brown nuts, fortified margarine, or whole grain cereals, eggs, peanuts, butter, mangoes are good sources of vitamin D. If we talk about the function of vitamin D, it helps with blood clotting, and we should always try to take it in our diet because it is very crucial. If we talk about the sources of vitamin D, we can consider vegetables such as lettuce, cauliflower, cabbage, as well as broccoli, fish liver, beans, eggs. These all are collectively considered as very important source of vitamin D. If we talk about the function of B group vitamins, we can say that these all help the body release energy from food, keep the skin, eyes, and the nervous system healthy. It means B group vitamins help us release energy from food. It also keeps the skin and eyes and nervous system healthy. The sources of dietary vitamin, that is B group vitamins, maize, sorghum, beans, peas, eggs, liver, meat, milk, fresh fruits, green leafy vegetables, whole grain cereals. These all are considered as the best sources of B group vitamins. In the same way, if we consider the function or sources of vitamin C, the function can be considered as it helps with The next component of good diet is folic acid. It helps to form healthy red blood cells, helps reduce the risk of central nervous system defects such as spina bifida in unborn babies. The sources of the folic acids are leafy vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, lettuce, as well as leaves, beans, peas, fruits such as orange, bananas, avocados, and lemons. In this way, finally we have discussed the importance of